Castrol India joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Dormen, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with CNBC TV18. The market has been a bit tough, and that's reflected in your earnings as well. The revenues are down this quarter by about 3%. How challenging do things look for the next 6 months?
Hi, good morning. First of all, may I wish all of you and all of your viewers a happy Diwali.
Thank you.
Actually, when we look at the first 9 months, Castrol India is delivering a still strong set of results. If you look at the first 9 months, the net is up by 9%, which is driven by a strong set of volumes. And again, that's a first in the last 5-6 years. So we've grown volumes by 5-6% in the first 9 months, which is a great record. If you look at Q3, so July-September quarter was affected by an extended monsoon in July. But I'm happy to see that with the interventions that we made, August and September were quite strong, and we had a strong rebound in terms of volumes, which were average on 5% growth again on those 2 months. So outlook is at the back of good monsoon and also strong commercial vehicle sales and vehicle sales. We expect volumes to continue growing, and in line with our strategy, we will continue investing behind our personal mobility and power brands, and we are still bullish about the volume growth for quarters to come.
Omer, hi, good morning and happy Diwali to your team. I find Castrol India to be a much more Indian company than some of our own Indian companies, and of course there's a long association with Castrol for a lot of bikers. What about the overall EPS number growth from here on, Omer? Because that's something which has disappointed a bit your investors. Some of your peers have done slightly better. Going forward, what kind of growth trajectory do you see for Castrol India?
So we don't look at only quarters. As we always say, we have a strategy which was signed off
in the long run. Fair enough. In the long run, in yearly numbers.
Yes.
I'm not talking about quarter-to-quarter numbers.
Yes, so we will continue delivering in line with our expectation, and that will be driven by, as we always said, by our focus on power brands as well as our personal mobility space. And the vehicle sales that we're seeing this year in terms of motorcycle sales as well as passenger car sales actually are quite good evidence. It's quite good evidence why we've been focusing on these markets, and it's also good evidence that we will continue growing in these sectors.
How is competition shaping up? I mean, you guys still have a very high market share of over 20% in some key segments like commercial vehicles. But are you facing any kind of competition, and what is the market share currently?
So if you look at the first 9 months, we have managed to hold on to our market share, which meant that we grew with the market. But in personal mobility, actually, if you look at the passenger car role, we managed to increase our market share. We had some loss in the areas that we don't focus, which is the old-gen commercial vehicles. And that's, once again, in line with our strategy. But overall, we are holding to our market share of around 20%.
Okay, that's good to hear that in the passenger car oil market, your share has increased. So just give us an outlook for the next couple of years, Omer. What could the revenue growth be, and what would the margin profile for the company look like over the next couple of years?
We don't usually share the outlook for the future years, but what I can say is the indications and the leading indicators are really positive. And if you marry them with the Castrol strategy, which is around focusing on power brands as well as the personal mobility, that means we are in a really strong position with our strong Castrol brand to take advantage of the growth in line with the growth in the Indian market. So Castrol is in a really great shape in terms of taking advantage of what's happening around us.
Okay, all right, Omer Dormen, thank you very much for joining us with your thoughts this morning. Okay, that's the Castrol stock.